Microsoft decided to aggressively crash a console party completely dominated by Sony and Nintendo. They did it by building a literal tank. The original Xbox was essentially a specialized gaming PC stuffed inside a massive, heavy black box with a giant green jewel on top. Under the hood, it ran a desktop-class Intel Pentium 3 processor and a custom NVIDIA graphics card, which gave it raw hardware power that completely outclassed the PlayStation 2. It changed the entire industry by being the first console to include a built-in 8GB hard drive out of the box, completely saving players from the nightmare of buying separate memory cards just to save their games. It launched with the legendary Halo, Combat Evolved, proving first-person shooters could feel amazing on a controller, and followed it up in 2002 by launching Xbox Live, establishing the modern gold standard for online matchmaking, voice chat, and digital friend lists. By late 2005, Microsoft jumped a full year ahead of the PlayStation 3 by launching the Xbox 360. This early head start gave them massive market momentum in the West, defining the high-definition 720p and 1080p gaming era. The system utilized a custom IBM Power PC-based triple-core CPU named Xenon, paired with an ATI Xenos graphics processor, and introduced a modular design where users could snap detachable hard drives directly onto the chassis. But the early years were plagued by a massive engineering disaster. Due to severe thermal and mechanical design flaws, consoles began overheating and dying en masse, flashing the infamous red ring of death. This hardware failure eventually forced Microsoft to spend over $1 billion to extend warranties and replace bricked systems. They eventually fixed the thermal issues entirely by redesigning the hardware into the sleek Xbox 360S Slim in 2010, which added built-in Wi-Fi, followed by the budget-friendly Xbox 360e in 2013. In late 2013, the momentum crashed hard with the release of the original Xbox One. The launch was heavily criticized because Microsoft tried to force a bundle with the Kinect camera tracking sensor, pushed restrictive always-online policies, and focused way too much on TV entertainment apps instead of raw gaming. Hardware-wise, it moved away from custom PowerPC chips to standard AMD x86 8-core processors, making it highly similar to PC architecture. Microsoft quickly realized their mistakes and spent the rest of the generation executing massive course corrections. First came the Xbox One S in 2016, a beautifully slimmed-down white console that deleted the massive external power brick, added HDR support, and integrated a 4K Blu-ray drive. Then in 2017, they dropped the premium mid-generation upgrade, the Xbox One X. Codenamed Project Scorpio, it packed 6 teraflops of graphical computational power, making it the most powerful console in the world at the time, specifically engineered to deliver native 4K resolution gaming. Arriving in late 2020, the current generation completely shifted focus away from entertainment apps to focus entirely on eliminating loading screens, boosting visual fidelity, and establishing Xbox Game Pass as a core service. Microsoft split this generation into 2 distinct paths. The flagship powerhouse is the Xbox Series X, a large black monolithic tower packing 12 teraflops of GPU performance based on AMD's RDNA 2 architecture. It targets 4K resolution at up to 120 frames per second, runs a physical disk drive, and utilizes an ultra-fast custom NVMe SSD architecture to enable quick resume, allowing players to freeze and switch between multiple active games instantly without waiting through load screens. Alongside it sits the Xbox Series S, a much smaller, all-digital robot white console designed for budget-conscious setups. It targets 1080p to 1440p resolutions but runs the exact same custom velocity SSD architecture and high-velocity CPU architecture as its larger sibling, ensuring next-gen game compatibility without the premium price tag.